It was a rainy Tuesday evening in our small suburban house, the kind where the world outside feels muffled and distant, but inside, everything's about to shatter. I remember the smell of Mom's old recipe lasagna wafting from the kitchen. Sarah, my sister-in-law, had been slaving over it all day for my brother Mark's birthday. Mark, my big brother, the one who's always been my rock, the guy who took me in after I started university because dorm life was too chaotic and expensive. He's 32, successful in his tech job, married to Sarah for 5 years, and they've got this picture-perfect life, or so I thought. The door swung open, and in walked Mark with this woman on his arm. She was stunning. Long, dark hair, a warm smile that lit up the room, dressed in a casual sundress like she belonged at a family gathering. "Hey, everyone," Mark said, his voice a little too cheerful. "This is our cousin Lisa. She just moved back to town and wanted to surprise us for my birthday." Sarah beamed, hugging her like they'd known each other forever. "Me?" I froze. "Cousin? Our family isn't huge. We're talking a handful of aunts, uncles, and actual cousins I've met at every reunion since I was a kid. I'd never laid eyes on this woman before. Something twisted in my gut, like that nagging feeling when you know a storm's coming but can't see the clouds yet. I tried to play it cool. "Hey, Lisa," I said, extending my hand during the cake cutting. "Which side of the family are you from? Aunt Rita's or Uncle Joe's?" She hesitated just for a split second, her eyes darting to Mark. "Oh, Uncle Joe's side. Yeah, from the branch that moved out west." It sounded rehearsed, like lines from a bad script. I pressed a bit. "Cool, how's Cousin Emily doing? Last I heard she was in Seattle." Lisa's smile faltered. "Emily? Oh, she's great. Yeah, super busy." But Emily doesn't exist. I made her up on the spot to test the waters. Mark, who was across the room, caught my eye and shot me this look, half panic, half warning. Then he swooped in, laughing loudly. "All right, enough family trivia. Lisa, come help me with the gifts." He pulled her away, his hand lingering on her arm just a tad too long. That night, as I lay in my room, the spare one, Mark, and Sarah let me crash in while I grind through my computer science degree, I couldn't shake it. Why introduce a stranger as family? And why did she know zilch about us? It felt like the start of a thriller movie, but this was my life. Little did I know, this was just the first twist in a nightmare that would flip my world upside down. A week later, the rain had cleared, and life seemed back to normal. I was buried in textbooks when the doorbell rang. Sarah answered it, and there was Lisa again, all smiles. "Hey, I was just passing by and thought I'd drop off these cookies I baked. Mark mentioned you love chocolate chip." Sarah, bless her heart, is the kindest soul, always seeing the best in people. She's 30, works as a teacher, and has this infectious laugh that makes you feel like everything's okay. They hit it off instantly, chatting about recipes and weekend plans. Lisa even asked for Sarah's number, saying, "We should hang out, family, right?" But when I tried to join the conversation, asking about her parents, those names she'd dropped before, she dodged like a pro. "Oh, they're fine. Busy with work." No details, no stories. And here's the weird part. She barely acknowledged me, the supposed cousin. It was like I was invisible, but she was all over Sarah, complimenting her hair, her cooking, everything. As days turned into weeks, Lisa became a fixture. She'd text Sarah out of the blue, suggesting coffee runs or movie nights. Sarah loved it. "It's so nice to have more family around," she'd say. But Mark? He started acting shady. I'd catch him glancing at his phone, smirking at messages, then deleting them quick. One evening, I mentioned it casually over dinner. "Hey, our cousin Lisa's been visiting a lot. That's cool, right?" Mark's fork froze midair. His face went pale, then twisted into suspicion. "What do you mean visiting a lot? She's just family." But his voice cracked. Later that night, I overheard him on the phone in the garage hissing, "I told you to stay away for a bit. This is getting too close." Who was he talking to? My heart raced. Twist number 1. This wasn't just odd. It was deliberate. I couldn't let it go. I'm not the confrontational type. At 22, I'm more the quiet observer, buried in code and algorithms. But family means everything to me. So I called my parents, who live a state away. "Mom, Dad, do we have a cousin named Lisa?" Mark brought her over. Silence on the line. Then Mom's confused laugh. Lisa? Honey, no. Our family's small. You know everyone. Maybe a distant relative. But Dad chimed in. Ask Mark. Sounds fishy. Fishy didn't cover it. Why lie? Why bring a stranger into our home and call her kin? Lisa vanished for a couple of weeks after that. No visits, but the phone calls with Sarah continued. Sarah would gush. Lisa is so sweet. She gets what it's like being married to a workaholic like Mark. Ouch. Mark, meanwhile, was on edge, snapping at little things. Then came Christmas, the big family party at our place. Lights twinkling, carols playing, the whole festive vibe. And who shows up? Lisa, arm in arm with a bottle of wine, acting like Sarah's long-lost bestie. Merry Christmas, fam, she chirped. Sarah hugged her tight, but Mark? He looked like he'd seen a ghost, uncomfortable, fidgety, avoiding her gaze. That's when the real bomb dropped. Midway through the party, Lisa excused herself to the bathroom. Mark waited a beat, then mumbled something about grabbing a sweater from upstairs. But I saw it. He didn't go to the bedroom. He slipped into the bathroom after her. My stomach churned. I crept closer, heart pounding like a drum. Muffled voices inside. We can't keep doing this, Mark whispered. Sarah's right here. Lisa's reply. You said you'd leave her. This cousin act is exhausting. They were in there for 5 agonizing minutes. When they emerged, flushed and adjusting clothes, it hit me like a freight train. Lisa wasn't family. She was Mark's side chick. The cousin ruse, a cover to get her close without suspicion. Twist number 2, my brother, the family man, was cheating right under our noses.